All right, and we are off. Nice, both of them got targets rather, or the first set of targets rather quickly. Both of them using the ship to help dash across. All right, so there are various forms of movement in this game. From a technique called L jumping, which is basically letting go of L halfway through your jump. Morph ball, which is faster than L jumping. There's scan dashing, which abuses the combat strafe mechanic of the game, where if you would do a combat strafe and let go of L in the middle of that, then Samus will go flying at pretty high speeds due to the lack of the sideways speed cap. What Mighty Caesar's doing here is if you get yourself stuck, jump up, get yourself stuck, and then snap the control stick back, Samus will get repositioned. So yeah, the abuse to the combat strafe mechanic can also be utilized with Scan Visor, allowing for scan dashing to be possible in the game. Alright, so what Mighty Caesar's gonna do is hold up on the C-stick and just aim right up at Parasite Queen's mouth. And this will kill her really fast. The intended method of doing this fight is to scan the Parasite Queen, which will allow you to target her mouth. And the mouth actually Gunner's showing the intended method right now. So while he's also doing rapid fire missiles, Mighty Caesar just aimed up as opposed to scanning. Alright, looks like the frigate escape is upon us now. Let's see what these players have in mind. So Mighty Caesar's choosing the inbounds route. Because there are actually two ways to go through this room. Or to get out. One is being inbounds, and the other one is going out of bounds. And Gunner is also choosing to go the inbounds route. So one thing is that Morph Ball is usually faster. But if you're going up a slope, it is slower because Morph Ball works just like any other ball. And so going up a slope will actually slow her down, and going down a slope will speed her up. MightyCaesar trying to take advantage of the enemies around to dash off of. Oh, hey, look, it's Ridley. You just go under the electrical gate. There's no need to scan the terminal on the at the beginning of the room, which would disable it. Also, fun fact: when you lose your items here, Samus's health goes back up to full. So going out of bounds, ooh, not bad for MightyCaesar on those bunny hops. Actually, was not half bad. If you go out of bounds, you actually can skip that cutscene. However, you cannot skip losing your items. So the only reason we do it is because it's faster. Yeah, most runners would try to avoid bunny hopping through that room. It is really, really difficult to do it well. So that's where the little bit of shock came from. It's not easy to do that. Bunny hopping, let me just explain real quick what bunny hopping is. Bunny hopping is when you are holding, let's say you are dashing across and you're holding L and R, and then you land on the ground. If you press B on the first possible frame, you can gain increased speed. And if you do it on subsequent frames, you can potentially will lose speed. I believe after I think it's like the third frame you lose speed. And what MightyCaesar just did a dash to the right, and this allows you to get space jump way earlier than intended. Gunert's trying, but he accidentally fell. Fell again. Oh, let's see. Alright, there we go. Let's see if he stays up here this time. Perfect! And MightyCaesar on his way to Chozo Ruins, where he will be getting early game items. Morph Ball Bombs, Charge Beam, Missiles, and Varia Suit are the big ones to get in this early Chozo trip. So the first thing MightyCaesar's got to do is go get missiles. So what he's going to do is he's going to head over to fight Hive Mecha. And actually, I'm just kidding. If you jump up into this half pipe, there is a missile expansion. And the only difference between missile launcher and missile expansions is that the missile launcher has a fancy cutscene. You still have usable missiles. Video G. Funny. Alright, so MightyCaesar just skipped over a fight trigger, and it looks like Gunert went to grab a different missile and is not opting to grab the energy tank. This is interesting. The missile tank that Gunner got is usually the first missile grabbed in 100% and is ignored in any percent. So, I'm a little confused, but we'll see what he has in mind. Fancy music is playing right now because, yeah, I am now very curious on what Gunner does. Oh, by the way, MightyCaesar paused in this room because he, or not because that room will not load until all adjacent rooms have been loaded. And if you pause in that room for whatever reason, it will, hold on. Wow, my brain just did a brain fart. If you pause in that room, the game will force open that door for whatever reason. Gunner opting not to pause. And it looks like MightyCaesar's right, or almost able to get Charge Beam at this point. MightyCaesar looks like he's struggling a little bit to get up this room. Okay. He locked on and destroyed that, destroyed the cap there, the missile cap. It is important that he does this, regardless if he's taking a safety save a little bit later on or not. It is extremely important. That save station is fundamental to a trick coming up in the future, which I will explain when the time comes. Alright, so Incinerator Drone. This fight is annoying because there is a weak point that pops up and you need to hit it 4 times in order to kill the Incinerator Drone. However, the spot when it pops up is random. So it can either be really nice or really mean. And so you can actually use the game audio to determine if it was a good or a bad fight. Now, we ended up calling this fight Zoid because the developer, or one of the senior developers, David Zoid Kirsch, not only did he make this boss, he also said he enjoys randomness. I believe he said that in a Skype call at AGDQ 2014. And while kind of cool at the same time, because there's 35 seconds of variance. Yeah, Caesar had a good Zoid. I'm gonna switch the audio over to Gunner for a moment after this, after he hits his 3rd one, to see where he's at. Let's see. Because the music is used to kind of like help us determine if it was good or bad. If the music loops, it's not good. Oh, this last one's being mean. Yeah, so Gunert's was not as good as Caesar's, unfortunately. Caesar is currently working on the energy core puzzle. Gunner looks like he's on his way to do the same. Which means we will not be seeing Ice Beam before Flagra in this run. Ooh, nice instant on Morph. So Caesar's taking a safety save because of a trick coming up in the future. So it'll be very important that he has that. Yep. So Caesar actually skipped scanning the runic symbols. You can just do a bomb jump over the door. Gunner is opting to do the same. There we go. Gunner got it. So the reason why Gunner is unmorphing there is because the camera kind of like needs to get fixed. It's kind of busted because it's not supposed. You're not supposed to be going over that wall. So the camera, I don't know exactly how the camera works, but not a fan of what's going on. So it's kind of hard to like get in the morph ball slot. Now with Flagra, I'm looking at Mighty Caesar's screen right now. Flagra, you're supposed to like hit these mirrors, and that will allow you to go into the slots to hit Flagra. Now, Caesar's not having a good time right now. Ooh, 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 he's having a bad time. Oh no. Gunner's having a little bit of a better time, but what you can do is actually come to the side. Ooh. Ooh. 3 life, 3 life, 3 life. Oh, this is terrifying. This could swing the race. This could swing the race. Let's see. If there's a way he survives this, I will be both shocked and I'll be impressed. All right. He's stunning. He's taking down the mirrors. He's playing this real safe. Smart move. Smart move. Nice. That was smart. With 3 life, it is definitely possible to survive this. You would have to kind of, like, push up, like, try to make sure that the vine doesn't hit you. It's possible, but it's extremely risky to do it without dying. Mighty Caesar absolutely made the right choice. Now, this is a pretty close race so far. We'll see what happens coming up. I'll be honest, this is one of the closest closest races I've seen so far. Makes this very exciting. Thankfully for Mighty Caesar, there is energy in these boxes, and they're actually double ultras, which basically will restore 200 life. So it just brings them all the way up to full. And what both of the runners are going to do here is a little trick called early wild. Excuse me. Basically, if you hold up left against this pillar or in this corner, you can actually do what's called an infinite bomb jump, because the bombs have a 3-second timer. So not only does this slow Samus down, but it also allows the bombs to refresh in time. All right, Mighty Caesar's got it. And Gunert's got it. Nice. Looks like Mighty Caesar chose to use Morph Ball through, and Gunert decided to do L jumping. Morph Ball is slightly faster, but at this point, whatever works best for the runners. And now the Chozo Ghost fight. So the thing about the Chozo Ghost fight is these ghosts can be awful. What Mighty Caesar is attempting to do here is stun the ghosts while avoiding hits from the other ghosts that are around. There are 3 of them. Waiting. Boom. Nice. So Mighty Caesar's doing a good job stunning the ghost. Nice shot from Gunert. Gunner's waiting on that one. Good call. Both runners definitely showing knowledge of how this fight works. It looks like Gunert finished his fight. So right now, Gunert's a little bit ahead. What a solid race so far. Ooh, looks like Mighty Caesar's struggling with the ghost at the moment. Wow. So rude. What is wrong with these ghosts? Getting on those shorter pedals is much harder. But all right. So, what the objective of this game is to grab 12 artifacts to open up the final boss of the game. So what Gunner's going to do here is actually shoot 2 missiles at this, at that pillar, and inside is the artifact of nature, which technically you're not supposed to get until much later. Going through it casually, you would not know that that's there. So normally you would use X-ray visor to locate it and super missiles to destroy the pillar, but you can just use 2 normal missiles. With space jump, you can just jump over instead of going underneath. Going underneath is actually faster, but it is going underneath is faster, but it's also riskier because you can get caught by the Triclops. It's possible that it was meant to be destroyed by 2 normal missiles, but yeah. Gunner's doing his best to get up. He's taking this route and dashing in. Nice job. Monitor Station has a variety of ways of getting to that bridge. Whoa, sketchy. Now, fun fact, when you get that energy tank and you go down to the bottom, if you hold straight right after getting the energy tank, you'll just fall to the bottom and not bounce. All right. Looks like MightyCaesar's doing a backup. The dash that he did can be quite tricky. Yeah, Diggle mentioned in chat something about like not many people doing the dash that Caesar tried. I agree. So what Gunner did was he decided to let the cutscene play out. What that does is it has Samus step forward, which saves a little bit of in-game time, which is how we track timing. We do not use the real clock as our method. We prefer using in-game time. Gunner going over on the side and doing what's called a slope jump, basically using a slope while holding L and jumping to gain extra vertical height, and it allows him to jump right over. Caesar doing a different method of getting up. It's pretty good. Yep. So Gunner showing that you do not need to scan the terminal to bring down the pillars to get boost ball when you have space jump. Oh, that's not a good fall. It's a bit annoying. Fun fact, Ridley's shadow is massive if you take a look at Ridley's model. Oh, Gunner is choosing to go out of bounds. Let's see if both runners decide to do it. Out of bounds required is definitely risky. Because if he falls, especially in this room, it'll be a pain to get back up. Mighty Caesar's looking like he's doing the same thing. What Gunner's doing here is force loading this next room and then unloading Fendrana Shorelines. Doing this is necessary because the room won't unload on its own. And basically what would happen if all three rooms are loaded at the same time, the game will crash. Looks like Mighty Caesar is pulling ahead very, very slightly. Oh no! Okay, did he get stuck? Oh no! Oh my god, oh no! Is he stuck? I think he's stuck. Yeah, he can't get out. Oh, this is really, really bad for Mighty Caesar. Oh no, this is really bad. Yeah, he can't get out. He's stuck. If you're too far in as that room loads, you get stuck. There's no way to get out. I don't think there's a way. Wait. Yeah, no, there is no way to get out. He is stuck. Oh no. Gunner trying to get back in bounds. All you need to do is boost. Oh no, what is he doing? Come on, Gunner. You can get in. You got this, buddy. Nice! There we go. Gunner got back in bounds. Oh no. Alright, so what Gunner is doing right... Oh. Mighty Caesar is actually starting all the way back at Flagra, so now he's at a huge disadvantage. Gunner, on the other hand, is currently doing a trick called Infinite Speed. So when you're out of bounds and you go from room to room, you do this thing called a transition. And the thing is, you can go back in bounds and be in the wrong room. So currently, the game thinks he's in the room after this one called Chapel Tunnel. Or I think it's either Chapel Tunnel or Elder Tunnel, but either way. But Gunner's currently in Chozo Ice Temple, so this causes some collision. The collision to be a little bit different. And so what's happening right now is Gunner's in this spot, and the speed is his rotational speed is increasing exponentially until the shell comes off. Boost, and what happened was Gunner acquired two things: Wave Beam and the Artifact of Sun. Because basically Gunner boosted at a speed called Not a Number. And that allowed him to touch quite a few of the variable actors at once. Or the interactable actors. He was able to touch them at the same time, which basically meant he was able to get, as I said before, Wave Beam and the Artifact of Sun. What it also did was it activated the cutscene that starts the fight, or that starts the Shiggoth fight. That that's why you see two Samuses. All right, we'll see how well Mighty Caesar is able to do with catching up. Definitely a rough time. Gunner is currently going to grab the artifact of strength, which you can just get on this terminal and dash using a puffer. Actually, you don't even need to use the puffer there to dash. There's multiple ways of getting to this room. But you basically skip the intended method of using the boost ball to get a bridge across. And now Gunner got the artifact of strength. Oh, wow. Wow. Flogger is mean. Oh, don't get hit. Don't get hit. Oh, phew. MightyCaesar's giving me some close calls with that Flogger. Man, I'm about to lose a couple years. Whew. Some stressful thing there. Gunner on his way back to Chozo Ruins. There's a few things to grab there, including an artifact, power bombs, and ice beam. Now, for anyone who's played the game casually and is wondering, wait, aren't power bombs in Phazon Mines? How does he get power bombs in there? Well, you'll find out in just a couple minutes. Nice. So Gunner's about on his way. MightyCaesar doing early wild again. Hopefully the ghosts are a little bit nicer to MightyCaesar this time. The ghosts, yes, it requires knowledge of the fight to be able to kill him quickly. However, it is also where the ghosts spawn is random. So they can either be really nice or really mean. Gunner doing a dash across this room to get to this door here. This is because that door, you do not need Spider Ball to access that door like you're supposed to. You're supposed to need Spider Ball and Wave Beam. Nice stun lock from MightyCaesar. And the slope jump concept I mentioned earlier is used to grab this artifact, meaning you don't need Gravity Suit at all. And the funny thing is, the effects of a slope jump are amplified underwater to the point where you don't even need Space Jump to get that, you don't need Space Jump to get that artifact at all. You can get up there without Space Jump. Except the ghosts are not being too nice to MightyCaesar again. So Gunner is going to show us how you're able to get a power bomb here. So basically what he's doing is he's getting into this corner, not that one. this one. And so the same thing that happened last time is happening again. For anybody who's new or just tuned in, this is called infinite speed, and what's happening is Gunner's rotational speed is increasing exponentially while being stuck in this corner, and after about a minute, um, Samus's the shell that surrounds Samus's morph ball is going to disappear, and when you boost, Samus's speed value is going to be called not a number, and boosting in that state allows you to touch various interactable actors at once. This was used earlier to grab Artifact of Sun and the Wave Beam at the exact same time. And in this case, it is going to be grabbing a Power Bomb on the other side of the wall. So if you go, so normally, casually, when you play this game, and you go through this room, there is a wall on the other side that has a Power Bomb expansion. Gunner is going to get it via infinite speed, but normally you would go over there and use a Power Bomb to blow it up. But we don't have Power Bombs, so this is the best way to get it. But here's a problem. Gunner can't unmorph right now, because if he does, it's basically game over. You get into this state called Light Show, and it's really hard to fix it. Now, there is a way to turn off infinite speed by using a fixed camera point and unmorphing and then remorphing at that fixed camera point. However, Gunner is choosing not to do that. Now, that save station was the one that Gunner shot earlier in the run. So yeah, what a save station does is it repositions Samus, which cancels infinite speed entirely. Infinite speed, Light Show gets rid of all of it. Ooh, MightyCaesar got the dash this time. Nice. That dash is very, very tricky. And it's cool to see that he succeeded with it this time. He had a second chance to show us what it's about. Alright, looks like he just got the energy tank. Both of them look like they just got energy tanks. So what Gunner's going to do is he's going to, oh, this is a new method. I haven't seen this one before. What is he doing? Nice. I have not seen that before. So basically what you can do is if you walk at it without holding L at a certain angle, you can actually just like walk up the spider track. Yeah, Gunnert's absolutely playing everything as safe as possible, and it's paying off for him in this match. Let's see where... How MightyCaesar does this now. These runners, they're gonna give me heart attacks, I swear. MightyCaesar nearly fell in Vendrano Shorelines, which is absolutely terrible to have happen. Okay. Please don't get stuck this time. Please just wait there. Okay. Now he's good. He's not gonna get stuck this time. Excellent. Ooh. Yeah, so the game's collision out of bounds can be sticky in a lot of places. Basically, you just won't be able to move in those sections. You kind of have to morph ball to get up. What happened to Caesar there was he kind of got stuck on collision and then was again able to move. And that kind of like threw him off and he fell. Oh, he's going for a different method to get up this room. So this was actually recently discovered, but you can actually jump to this pillar. And it looks like MightyCaesar fell again. It's actually, like, once you understand how going up that pillar works, thankfully it is not that challenging, but it is very risky. But then again, out of bounds in general is very difficult. The jump was too soon. Alright, so Gunner got Artifact Chozo. Now, normally in this room... normally to get out of this room that Gunner's in right now, you need to, like, go up and around, fight pirates, and then go through a hole at the top of the room. What Gunner's going to do instead is he's going to jump on this rock and do an R jump across. Nice, and he got it first try. Come on, Caesar, you got this. Being careful to make sure he lands, because it's a very small spot. And he got it. Nice. And Wave Sun not treating him well today at all. Nice, MightyCaesar was not too high. I was a little bit concerned about that. Because you can be a little bit too high on the or when you're trying to get back in bounds, and the boost just won't work. Alright, there it is. Not Mark. Mighty Caesar just got Wade Beam Artifact to Sun. Gunner on his way to the ship. His plan is to go back to Magmore to get Plasma. Oh, he's avoiding the ship entirely. Extremely risky, really. Because I don't know if he saved after power bombs. If he didn't, then if he dies coming up, he will be all the way back at Flagra, and this race will be Mighty Caesar's again. Nice. First try. So what Gunner did was he did a dash across, because normally you need Spider Ball to get across that room. But you can actually get by without Spider Ball. Nice dash. Gunner playing consistently for sure. Opting for a little slightly slower but safer strats in order to play very consistently. Which, in a race setting, definitely a smart idea. Let's see what Mighty Caesar can do with this dash here. Nice, got a cross. And Gunner's about to get Plasma Beam. So what happens normally is this giant Spider Ball puzzle appears, and it's actually really cool. It's a really, really cool puzzle. I'm honestly disappointed that we skip it. But what you can do here is jump over. Because basically once this is open, all of that is standable. Use a nice slope jump to get up to the top of this. Jump up. And boom, good to go. Yep, so the cool spider ball track is skip. Which seriously, if you haven't played it casually, you will love that puzzle. Look at that. It's really cool. No, I think Gunner kind of forgot that Plasma Beam does not work on those things. He didn't get the jump there. But thankfully there are backups. Seems Gunner knows what his backups are. Mighty Caesar on his way to get Ice Beam, Artifact of Life Giver, and Power Bomb that Gunner got earlier in the run. Gunner opting to grab the E-Tank right away. Nice and safe going through here. Oh, yeah. That was a little sketch. Okay, so yeah, you can avoid having to shoot the pillar here by dashing over and then or dashing over to the door. You can actually dash over to the door immediately, but Gunner opted to dash to a spot where you would get to normally with grapple beam in order to get a missile expansion. But definitely a safer option than dashing right to the door. Nice. Gunner got to the tree branch. And now it's going to do a slope jump up. You can actually hit the door when the Bendezium wall is in the way just by shooting a charged plasma shot. Very nice from Gunner. So now the next task for him is to get Thermal Visor. Thermal Visor and the Artifact of Elder both will be acquired within this next section. Gunner taking it safe in this room. If you fall, especially if you fell underwater in this room, Frozen Pike is one of the tallest rooms in the game. So falling down is not fun, and it loses a lot of time. More so than most other rooms in the game. Alright, let's see if the glass breaks. Okay, good. So one thing about this room is Gunner's actually coming through this room backwards. You're supposed to come in the other way. And there is a pirate who we like to call Edward. Oh, look on the right. That's Light Show. And so MightyCaesar's using the fixed camera to get rid of it and allows him to boost again like normal. But MightyCaesar still cannot unmorph. If he does, Light Show will be active again until he hits that save station. But anyway, back to what I was saying with Gunner. There is a pirate in that room who we so lovingly call Edward. And Edward breaks the glass after the cutscene. Thankfully, if you go through it backwards, as long as Edward doesn't spot you and tries to target you, he will break the glass while you're on the other side. However, for anyone who's new to running this game, if you feel, oh, let me get Thermal Visor first before going on, if you do that, Edward will not be there anymore. And there is no way for you to continue your run. It's over at that point. So absolutely do not get Thermal Visor first. Ah. Looks like MightyCaesar just like went up. What MightyCaesar was trying to do is a bomb space jump, which is basically something you can do if you have, or basically what happens is if you can get the camera in a position where you can just instantly unmorph, there are 21 seconds, not 21 seconds, 21 frames, sorry. 21 frames to leave the ground, or to jump while leaving the ground. And what this allows is to get a lot of extra height during a jump. And Gunnart's looking like he's grabbing the E tank there. So let's see, yeah, he has 5 now. He's currently killing these pirates because he needs to look for a power bomb. There it is, nice. Caesar's at least 15 minutes behind right now. So yeah, now Gunner is getting thermal visor. But yeah, so in those rooms that you go through where you can like quickly look for a power bomb, there is a 2 in 7 chance of a power bomb dropping. So really the most optimal way is when you enter that room, when you enter Research Lab Aether, the one where Edward jumps and hits the glass, there are 2 boxes you can hit at the beginning of the room, 1 at the top. There's a couple boxes you can hit in Control Tower where Gunner got the artifact of Elder. And you just gotta hope that you get a power bomb. If you don't, you have to farm for one because you need the power bomb coming up. Gunner using a dash to get it across. Good thing you made it because, again, falling in this room is nasty. You can lose a good 30-40 seconds just by falling in that room once. And it looks like Gunner is going to grab Spider Ball. So we're going to see Thardus right now. So for anyone who wants to see this rock die, guess you're in luck. So yeah, the most optimal way of doing this is charge plasma shot missile, and then what you can actually do is you can do manual aiming to hit Thardus' weak point while he's rolling around. However, hitting it while he's rolling around, manually aiming because you can't lock on at that point in time, is incredibly difficult. As I mentioned at the very beginning of the run, the game does not intend for you to use manual aiming due to the fact that this is not a dual-stick shooter. The C-stick is used for beam transferring, and the R button is used to go from one direction to the other, or to be able to look up when you're trying to shoot. So it makes this fight, doing this fight optimally is pretty difficult. So yeah, also another fun fact, if you don't get the first part of it off, you can actually use bombs to blow it up. But like that, Thardus did not get the chance to unmorph before it was used, or before it was hit, I should say. And yeah, sometimes Thardus will do like instant morphs like that. I am not entirely sure why that happens. Also, Gunner is did an amazing job with those shots. It is not easy. So this last phase is going to require twice as much damage to destroy the rock. Fun thing you can do in 100%, if you have a power bomb, you can actually use the power bomb to destroy Thardus, destroy this phase immediately. Oh man, I thought Thardus went out of bounds for a second. That would have been really bad. MightyCaesar struggling a little bit with the dash, but looks like he got across. Allows him to avoid the water. Gunner, on the other hand, is on his way to phase on mines, and you're going to see why that power bomb is necessary. Because he will be entering phase on mines from the second level, which is basically phase on mines is split into 3 levels, and you're supposed to enter from the top level via Talon 4. However, if you have a power bomb, you can actually enter through the second level. Gunner playing it safe, getting it down to the bottom. Gunner accidentally hit the trigger for this pirate fight, or this elite pirate fight. Which there is a strat where you can actually use the robot or use the elite pirate and jump on his head, which I think Gunner is going to do. Nice. Oh, I've never seen this strat before. Nice. Wrong one. There we go. MightyCaesar's on his way to get Plasma Beam. It seems like he's doing pretty well right now. Alright. So this power bomb maze is actually like there are 300 possible mazes that can come up. And so we'll see what kind of maze Gunner got. It doesn't look like a good one. Yep. And this maze, or this actually this maze wasn't terrible. There are 300 possible mazes, and this was also developed by David Zoid Kirsch. And the mazes vary from 15 to 55 squares, odd numbers only, not counting 53. So yeah, there's definitely some variance. But now Gunner has 5 power bombs, or can carry 5 power bombs maximum. I don't know. There's just not a single 53 square maze. To be fair, there's only one 55 square maze, which there is a program that you can use to figure out which maze you have, made by Claris. She basically hand drew all 300 mazes, and there's some inputs that you need to put in based on what you see, and the maze it'll pop up as, you know, whatever maze it is. Very nice, very cool. A funny little Easter egg that she put in it is if you get the 155 square maze, there's a section where it says tied with X number of mazes, right? Like, there might be 20, 35 squares. I don't know for sure. But instead of saying tied with X number of mazes, Claris made it so it says, "I'm so, so sorry if you get the 55 square." Oh, look at that. Gunner just standing on a standable spot and just letting the elevator just go down. Funny little Easter. You can actually go into the other room while the elevator's going down. Kind of cool. Gunner playing it safe, killing all these Hunter Metroids. Is he using the Hunter Metroid? Bit of a risky strat using the Hunter Metroid for sure. Yeah. This room is awful. For, like, everyone. I don't know a single runner who likes this room. So let's see. He's probably going to dash across or just R-jump. We'll see what happens. Nice dash. Good job. Yeah. I'm willing to call Fungal Hall A the worst room in Metroid Prime. Fully charged plasma beam shot kills these Metroids pretty easily. Gunner using Spider Ball to get up here. You do not need Grapple Beam. You can just get a nice L jump. Although Gunner also opts to just do an R jump, which allows you to get more distance than an L jump. Forgot to explain this. R jumping is basically, if you press R, Samus's momentum gets locked. So you can use it to turn sideways. And again, this game does not have a sideways speed cap. So R jumping allows to gain even more distance and more speed going across while jumping. Alright, one of the best fights in the game. So, Omega Pirate. What's happening here is that if you skip the cutscene and you're off to the side, Omega Pirate can't see you. And so what he's doing now is he's turning around to try to see you. If Omega Pirate sees you, then that will cause his AI to change. He's basically sitting there looking at you like an idiot right now. And so now Gunner's waiting to see what troopers are going to come down from the top. Let's hope he gets lucky. Ice. Ice is actually pretty good. Unfortunately, what Gunner didn't do was save 2 missiles. Switch to Plasma. Alright, so Omega Pirate spawns in the pool farthest away from you and does not spawn in the same pool twice. And if you do 6 fully charged plasma shots, Omega Pirate will die. Looks like MightyCaesar on the other side got a power bomb. So because... Oh, it doesn't look like he did enough damage in that last attempt. Let's see. Uh-oh. he got it. Okay. Super close, because if all 4 of those plates were to come up, that would have been big trouble for gunert. As normally you should have a lot more E-tanks when you get here casually, and this fight is hard casually. I remember being so excited when I finally I remember when I finished fighting Omega Pyre for the first time. It was definitely quite an exhilarating experience to have finally take that guy down, because holy cow, is he difficult. Yeah, doing a 1 cycle on Omega Pyre with Plasma Beam is pretty difficult. um, because you need to have perfect shots. If you don't have perfect shots, you will not kill him in 6 hits, which did end up happening to Gunner, but thankfully he was okay. What is possible though is laying a power bomb when Omega Pirate's about to come up, and unmorph and pull out the X-ray visor, because basically Omega Pirate cannot be damaged unless the X-ray visor is active. But the thing is, Omega Pirate can be damaged by like power bombs, for example. You just need to have X-ray active when he appears. Nice, he avoided the Metroid. Solid work on Gunner's part. Definitely clean. Ah, Gunner accidentally fell. Uh-oh. Gunner is leading by quite a significant amount right now. Gunner might be the first person I've ever seen who's gone up there with Boost Ball. Just using the box to climb up this room. Nice. Ha! They're in the same room. Alright, so what Gunner's gonna try to do here is try to skip that cutscene trigger. By jumping over it and squeezing through a very small area. And it actually worked out. So good job. It's definitely a tricky thing to learn at first. Hmm. It looks like is Gunner opting to do the puzzle in this room? Oh, what? Also, he didn't get... Oh, he's setting things up for later, I think. What is he doing? Yeah, he still needs to go get the artifact of warrior. Okay, it looks like he's going to get it right now. Yeah, so MightyCaesar is opted to avoid getting Spider Ball. I have some choice words about that pirate that Gunner just killed. Some very choice words, which I will not say here. But that pirate that Gunner killed is a pain. So what Gunner's going to do here is line up, morph, and then boost into this wall. Because it is a wall. And then he's going to blow it up from the other side. Because again, this is another room that Gunner's going through completely backwards. Because the intended way to get up here is to get up through the bottom. Man, Gunner's doing this with the pirates alive. That is actually extremely risky. I'm amazed he went for that. Because if those pirates hit the Phazon Elite Pirate, then he would have activated and would have made this fight much more difficult. It's good to just eliminate them. Nice. I wasn't expecting this to be able to do this right away. Oh, wow. Cool. I've never seen that. I've never seen that done before. Nice. Oh happened? Oh no! I was not paying attention for that moment. Caesar just died. Oh. Oh no. Wow. Mighty Caesar just lost, like, probably, let me think here. Probably at least 15, if not 20 minutes. Ugh. This was such a close race, and then, like, Mighty Caesar got screwed over twice. Oh, he got bullied by the plasma troopers in MQB. Oh no. Wow. Whew, that is rough. Gunner just grabbing Mighty Caesar doing a different way of getting across because he fell. That's a little backup you can do. Yeah, so Gunner just got one of the last artifacts in the game. Now the goal is to go back, grab the artifact of truth in Artifact Temple, and having all 12 artifacts together will unlock the final area of the game. Wow. That is absolutely brutal. This is not a bad run for Gunner at all. He's been doing pretty well the entire time. So just a little thing about these runners. In terms of PBs, Gunner currently has a 119 and Mighty Caesar currently has a 115. So this was definitely destined to be a pretty close match. It's unfortunate what happened to Caesar though. Both times he just got absolutely, like, I'd say the best way to say is he got screwed over. Oh, now he's taking a safety save. Probably hoping not to get screwed again. It happens. This game is not easy to run. So, if you go through risky strats, sometimes it can be, you can pay dearly for it. Gunner just waiting because this room takes forever to load. Let's see. Gunner is trying to attack Ridley with Boost Ball in midair, or while Ridley's going through the air. The reason for this is that Boost Ball deals about 50,000 damage in a single frame. And, so right now, Ridley is coming to land on the ground. But Ridley's going to stay there because Boost Ball deals a metric ton of damage. Nice shot. So if Ridley tries to charge, you can actually interrupt that. You can actually interrupt that with a well-placed shot. Unfortunately, in the NTSC version, his hand's in the way, so you can't exactly lock on and shoot him. You have to do a manual aim. All right, Gunner got a little lucky with this. Good. And Gunner is actually pretty close. It seems like he's pretty close to being on PB pace. I'm not 100% sure, though. So let's hope Gunner is able to get this done. So Gunner is currently climbing up phase on core. What's happening here is that climbing up phase on core will allow him to get up to the final boss, Metroid Prime Exoskeleton, and he seems to be just climbing up every platform. He's going the intended route, which you would normally see in casual playthrough. Nice little shortcut there. Woo! Wow, nice save. That was a good save. A little bit sketchy there for a minute. Yeah, I just got word that Gunner is actually 3 minutes ahead of his PB at Ridley. So, we'll see where things go from here. Alright, so what's going on here with Metroid Prime is, there are 4 subchambers, and you can... And basically, the beams rotate 1 time each on subchambers 1 through 3. Subchambers 1 and 2 is just... Subchamber 1 is just Power Wave. Subchamber 2, Power Wave Ice. Subchamber 3 is all 4 beams once each. And then Subchamber 4 is a random mess, and it's terrible. Alright, Ice Beam, not bad. It's starting. Alright, so what Gunner's doing here is what he's been doing is trying to shoot Metroid Prime as she approaches. Oh, nice. He got both of them. Yeah, getting both with Ice Beam and Plasma is incredibly important because it causes the next phase to take less damage. So let's see if he gets it with Plasma. I think he missed the first one. I think he missed both of them. We'll see based on how many charged shots it takes. Alright, nice. There it is. That's phase 3. Now it's time going to the 4th subchamber. Ice now. See, yeah, so sometimes actually the color that Metroid Prime has can change in the middle. Just randomly. Oh yeah, also this can happen. Metroid Prime just speeds up like crazy. Some Chamber 4 is garbage. Ice, nice. Also rhymes, nice. Come on, you got this. Alright, there she goes. Essence or Exo is down. So now Gunner has one final boss to fight, and it'll be all over. Alright, the Metroid Prime Essence. So, what's going to happen is, she will lay a pool, and Gunner's going to take advantage of that, use the pool to attack Essence and deal damage to her. By doing what's called attack cancel. Ah, no, it's looking like Gunner is just doing a 4 cycle. Nice! You got the Metroid far away from the exoskeleton. So, if Essence is close to the exoskeleton, then instead of laying a pool, she'll just go to the next phase. And it looks like Gunner is opting not to do the attack cancel strat, which would make this a fort pool. Hopefully he's able to avoid Essence from getting near spot. Where is she? She's right there. Oh no. Come on. Nice. If she was closer, that would have been some major problems. All right, let's see. All right, one more pool. That's it, and it's all over. Alright, he's fine. If Vision Metroids pop up at the end, it's over. You just need to hold, and you're good. Nice. And Gunner is done. Alright, looks like it's time. Let me see if I can get him in here. Alright. Apparently, I cannot access the commentator controls. Let's see what's going on. Yeah, I would definitely like to get him in here. Looks like MightyCaesar has decided to forfeit. Oh, I'm gonna try to get both of them in there. Let me see with the volunteers if it's possible. All right, so Gunner, I believe we'll see what his time is. I don't think he got a PB though. I don't think this is a 119 or better. But still definitely an improvement from what his splits were showing. $123. All right. Not bad. Not bad at all. Again, let me try to get them in here. The whole website is down. All right, I'm gonna be sending them. Hello, Gunner.
Hello.
Hello, MightyCaesar. How are you both doing?
I'm doing all right.
Doing all right. Really frustrated with myself, but sometimes you just let nerves get you.
Yeah. Yeah, it's bound to happen. Alright, It was definitely quite a match.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I haven't played Prime seriously in like 3 months, so I figured that Caesar pretty much had me from the very beginning. And then after I lost a minute to Bad Frigate, plus having to do Space Jump first like 4 times, like, ugh.
The thing was, you were actually ahead after Wild.
Really?
By like 15 seconds, 15, 20 seconds. You were actually ahead at Wild. Like, you had a really good Wild fight. The ghost seemed to be like jabbing Mighty Caesar in the throat. It was not fun.
Oof, yeah. That wild fight went really good. I will admit that.
Yeah, so you said you haven't played Prime seriously in 3 months, right?
No, I've been doing uni stuff. The most I've done is randomizers here and there just to make sure I don't fall off the cliff completely. And that's probably what saved me here, but
yeah, and really one of the things that was mentioned both in chat and by myself was like we saw safe yet very consistent strats from you.
Yeah. That's the randomizers. A lot of the focus I do is randomizers. I do like very difficult, but like I do long, difficult ones, but not the ones that require the super like go for it or you die strats. It's the ones where you have to like, oh, you need to have your movement down and you need to understand what you're doing in order to complete these. And that's probably what was showing here.
Yeah, it definitely showed and it definitely paid off for you for sure. Yeah, granted there were some nasty things that happened on the other side. You want to like talk about that for a moment, Mighty Caesar, or?
Well, let's see. First, I had a pretty bad frigate where I think I had like a 408 escape. Then got space jump first try, and then just slid myself off the edge with the second dash. Then didn't have great movement getting to Chozo. Start of Chozo was alright, I guess. Then Flagra was an adventure.
Yeah,
Killing it with, what, 3 energy left?
That was a scary moment. I was like,
Yeah, I barely got Royal Wilds the first time. Like, I had just enough height, I'm pretty sure. So, I was pretty happy about that.
And my first early wild fight definitely didn't go great. I think it was a 2.5 minute long fight.
Yeah, it was pretty good. Yeah, chat popped off at 3 HP. I was like, whoa, nice. It was like definitely a great match overall. I know the soft lock in Chozo Ice Temple was extremely unfortunate, and then getting bullied by the Plasma Pirates in Metroid Quarantine B.
Well, that was just because I forgot to do an R jump for the second jump, so I was...
Yeah. So, congratulations.
I've never soft locked like that at Chozo Ice Temple.
I have plenty of times.
And then by the time I got there again, I was really frustrated with myself, so I think I fell 5 times, was it?
Yeah, you fell quite a bit, and I can understand the frustration. It really is it's tilting. It's all about like the mental capacity, and sometimes like if a big mistake is made, it really causes the mental capacity to drop, which seems to be what happened. But you stuck it in throughout the entire thing, so like that's definitely an admirable thing. Anyway,
the second run through from ship save went pretty decently, I think. But
yeah.
GG, Gunner.
Yeah, GG's, man. Hopefully it goes better for you in the future.
There is going to be another match in about an hour. I am not sure which Speed Gaming channel it is on at the moment. I think it might be Speed Gaming 3. No, it looks like it's Speed Gaming 2. And it'll happen in about 1 hour. It'll be between Durko and Pitsky MP with Digglewrath and myself commentating. So it should be a fun time. Follow the runners. Follow the runners.
Definitely follow Vendy. Thanks to her for commentating.
Oh yes, very much.
Of course.
Thank you. Your commentary is always great.
Thank you so much.
All right.
So definitely, again, follow the runners. I'm going to send a link to the Metroid Prime Discord and the Metroid Prime Any Percent tutorial for anyone who is interested in learning the game. I highly recommend it. We have a wonderful community here. Let's see. Let me find that invite. And then I'm going to put the Any Percent tutorial from Remy Demi. Come on. Thank you, Diggle, for putting in the Twitch streams of both MightyCaesar and Gunner. Appreciate it. Take care, everyone, and I'll see you guys soon.
Have a good day, everyone. GG's,
Take care.
Caesar.
GG.
GG.